You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that story beat kind of feels a little telegraphed in a way. You know what I mean? Like, after listening to that, I'm like, oh, I'm totally not surprised. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But I don't know if that is good writing or bad writing. Right? Hear me out on this one. If it was something that I'm like, oh, I could totally see that makes sense, then it's pretty good writing, right? But if you see it coming beforehand, and you're like,
convenient time,
and you're like, oh, this is the, you know, he's totally evil, isn't he? Oh, there's a thing. Oh, I can actually just go talk to him. Maybe we should go do that before we go talk to Ashbury.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Right. So, like, that's the thing, is like Edgar started this. Okay? And if Edgar started this, and they telegraph that a little bit throughout the game, which they have done, because you're like, oh, that totally makes sense, then you would assume, okay, that's pretty good writing, because you get, why aren't you going for it?
Here for a gentleman.
Don't worry, I'm not going to fight you.
Sir, step away.
What? I'm not even attacking you. Yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's one of those, it feels like it is telegraphed and is a good writing, but at the same time, it also kind of feels like it isn't. It's really hard to describe. Because I feel like I saw it coming a bit, which is not a very good thing to have. So I can analyze these memoirs from William Marshall, which give me a serum created by the father. Okay, so I can make the serum. I need William Marshall's blood, I need King Arthur's blood, and I need a dose of insulin. We'll see how that ends up working out. Let's recycle this, this, that, this. I don't really feel like I have anything to upgrade, which is it's unfortunate. I mean, I'm getting close to the end of the game, but it is kind of unfortunate because, like, this is maxed out. I don't really use the other weapons, but, you know, my other stuff is maxed out too, so whatever. Maybe I should max out other things. Is there an achievement for it? I don't know. I don't really have any of those to make. And if we look at our map, oops, wrong button. Nobody really is sick. So do we just make a push for the end of the game? I think we might. Let's go in here. Let's go talk to Dr. Swansea now that he's a vampire-ish kind of thing. I don't know. Is he a vampire? Does he die because of this? Did I make the wrong decision? At the end of the day, I feel like I should have killed him. But I haven't really turned anybody. And I really wanted to do that because, you know, it's part of being a vampire. And if I'm going to turn anybody, it may as well be a guy that could actually be of some help as opposed to the dude with all the money. I don't even remember his name. His character is so forgettable, but... Ooh, wait, can I finally talk to him? It never let me talk to him.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
When he was walking by. Can I, like, call him out and stuff?
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
Soldier's Guild. It's your child. I don't know what this guy's thing was. Can I look at his stuff? I don't have any hints on this guy. I don't remember who this guy is. You got buried. It's Soldier's Guild. It could be Soldier's Guild. Actually, that would probably make a lot of... Like, if I'm going to choose one, that probably makes the most sense out of the storylines in this game, but it also probably is you got buried.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill the enemy to survive. Guilt is a powerful emotion and could lead to feelings of suffocation and oppression.
My God, you're so wrong. Believe me, I would kill if it happened again. Violence is part of who I am.
Well, crap. Okay, well, look, I'm
Goodbye,
not...
Mr. Try to take care of yourself.
I just screwed all that up, didn't I? I don't know. I don't remember anything of his story. Maybe I should have gone back and talked to him before making an assumption on his character when honestly there was not a whole lot that I remember about that guy. I remember him being a character, I just don't remember anything about him. There are a lot of characters in this game, actually. It's hard to keep up with each one and every little nuance about them. But I suppose if you were sitting down and playing the game all in one sitting, you might remember some of this stuff. I totally don't. Oh, it's so dark and gloomy in here. All right, buddy, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Is he... Oh, he's downstairs. Curious. Is he feeding? Where is he? Is he in the morgue? Where is this guy? I want to talk to him, but Dr. Swansea, new dialogue available. Where are you, Dr. Swansea? I actually might have been right. I think he might be downstairs. Can I ask one of the other doctors if they've seen him? Let's ask this guy, and we'll see what his answer is.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Oh, I have stuff that I haven't talked to this guy with. You know what? Let's hit this up real quick.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Fair, okay. What did he get? Okay, yeah, he's not going to do anything despite the rivalry. Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Or maybe we won't, because I'm trying to find Swansea. And he is just not here. I'm trying to keep my camera kind of face down, like tilted down, because I don't know if that's telling me that the marker is down below me or that I'm crazy. Actually, I should also look upstairs, right? Because there's always a chance that he's up where the vampire trap is, where we fought. What's his butt? See, like, yeah, there's like blood going up here. Is this from Dr. Swansea? No? No, maybe this, I don't know. Let's go look. He might be up here. I may just have to look it up because I don't know where this guy is. I'm assuming he's brooding somewhere like Batman because that's what you would assume a new vampire would do, right? But he ain't here. Ooh, there's loot though. Did I miss this loot before?
It's locked, all right.
I wonder how I get that loot. Yeah, he's not up here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go look up where he is because I cannot find him. As it turns out, I've wasted my time because you have to sleep in order for him to come back here. And I am not sleeping anytime soon because I'm in debt with XP. I need to finish a couple more things in order to get out of debt. So let's go this way. Let's go talk to Lady Ashbury, which is going to be an interesting conversation. I feel like she's heavily going to disapprove and be like, what the hell, Jonathan? Why did you do that? I'd be like, look, I had a choice. I chose to keep the man alive because he could be more important. And because I really just wanted to turn somebody into a vampire for the first time in the game because, hey, I haven't done that yet. It's fun. It's fun, Ashbury. That's why. I did it because it's fun. I am really glad I didn't turn the other dude, though, because he was a little bit of a monster. And I think that would have had a huge negative impact on my game. But I'm really curious what happens if you do turn him. Does he totally destroy a lot of the city? Probably. Do I need to go this way? Yes. I say as I, in the last episode, was like, hey, I know where I'm going. Okay, it's level 33, are you kidding me? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You need to stop. Stop your little special thing that you do. Just die immediately, please. I'm okay with taking a hit like that. I'm okay. I just wanted that guy dead. Because it was going to be too difficult for me to take him out. Otherwise, let's heal. Got this. Got the double whammy there. I should upgrade, if I get a chance, I should upgrade my blood skills because they are not doing as much as they need to. Like before, they were... I had a really interesting conversion in my gameplay at one point. Because at the beginning of the game, most of my skills were doing a lot of my damage. And using my weapons wasn't very effective. Then I got the mace, and then that has been my primary source of damage. Because it's fully upgraded and does crazy amounts. But that has now petered out, and my damage needs to shift back into my skills, and I don't quite have that yet. I need the XP in order to do that, and of course, I'm still 1,800 in debt, which we need to figure out. But that's easier said than done. Why are you
What
painting?
good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan?
This is gonna be awkward.
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp.
Yeah.
I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
He gave no heed to ethics. Yes.
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but... do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
Damn.
What?
Forgot about that.
No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Yeah, like why did she cause that? That's a really good question. I saw loot in here when I walked into the room. Just like went for it. Okay, so gather ingredients for the antidote. Obtain a drop of William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave. Obtain a drop of King Arthur's blood from Geoffrey McCullum. Search for insulin in the old morgue of the Pembroke Hospital. Dracula. To the inspiring Lady Ashbury. There are darknesses in life, and there are lights, and you are one of the lights. The light of all lights. Bram Stoker, 4th of August, 1897. Oh, I was hoping that was one of the collection books. Totally isn't. Can't open that because I don't have her key. I wonder how she would have reacted if we didn't have such a close relationship with her. These are all very interesting. I really love this game. There's a very good reason why this game, and I've said this before, was my game of the year for 2018. There's some really cool storytelling going on in it, and there's some really cool gameplay between, you know, the constant pressure of gaining XP versus, you know, feeding on people and all that. And I really, really like that. Some of the stories can very easily be... Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm right here. I probably should go do that first. Some
now
of these...
would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find one.
No shipping allowed.
Some of the story beats could have been seen a mile away, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad story. It just means, you know, they telegraph it too well, or too poorly in some cases. Oh, who's shooting at me? Jump. Knock him out quickly. Bam. I'm still doing a lot of damage. Now that I'm out of combat, I don't want to go kill that other guy. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to farm some XP here, but I'm going to try to avoid that. Yeah, I think the game continually is doing an excellent job of providing us with a great story, great gameplay, and ever mounting pressure. I feel like they probably could have done a better job with like a...
blood could be purer than that of William Marshall. Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
With setting up some of the stuff with Swansea, but you know, it is what it is. I can't go find Redgrave, right? Like, I'm not allowed in to this place, so I'm gonna have to find another way around. Is there... there actually may be a back way for me in, so I'm gonna have to go look around. But yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, also I gotta talk to what's his butt and his wife still. There's a lot of stuff that I still need to do, but I would like to try to get the Redgrave thing done, if possible. Can I go to the back door? I can't open it. Is there a way in? And how am I gonna get his blood? Here's a better question. Do I have to fight through all these dummies? That would be cool. It might be a really cool boss fight, but I don't know if that's necessary. We're gonna find out. So let's do that. Ooh.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Yeah. There's a lot of deaths here. Was this here before? I don't recall.
How dare you interfere with
Hey.
my...
Ow. That's level 35. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Ow. Okay, this is bad. I need to heal. I need to get my stamina back. Ah. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ultimate you and then smack you about a bit. Because that's ridiculous. I don't need the blood, so I'm not gonna fight him. Ow. Actually, maybe I should have, because it would have been a free bit of healing. My heal is pretty strong. Stop it. Stop. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna bite you now. The squeal that you just did. This guy's got some crazy amount of HP. Stop. Stop. Oh my gosh. I just need to play better. Let's just smack him, because that's the only thing doing damage at the moment. My blood abilities aren't really going to do much. Get that stamina back. Oh, come on. I don't know if there's a way to avoid that other than like being really on top of my my dodge. This better give me a ton of XP. Okay, see, yeah, there is a way to dodge it. I just gotta be on my dodge. Waiting for stamina. Letting it slowly regenerate. Get him on his attack backwards. Haha. I hid behind. Ow. Wait, why was he able to bite me like that? That's bullcrap. I'll bite him back. What are you gonna do? Pull my hair next? Come on. Yeah, that didn't really do much. Okay, let's use this again. Smack him about. Bite him again. That's a really good ability because it does a great job of stunning him. I can't believe I've used that pillar like 3 times for that. He's just not taking damage. My goodness. That's all of that, and I got 5 XP. I really needed to power up. I might need to actually go feed on somebody, and if it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be that murder dude. I don't see Redgrave here, nor do I see. Oh, actually, you know what? He might be in his office on. I think it's this side. No, he's downstairs. Okay, but can I loot more stuff? Give me the shillings. Yeah, okay. I'm probably gonna have to fight him. Maybe. Either way, he's gonna be pissed off at me. And that's just the way that things are. Hello, sir. Oh, let's loot his office first, just in case. No. Hi.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
Don't interfere with my mission. This is the city's last hope. Cease this farce. I think I should call him out on that one. I like cease this farce. Yeah.
Stop this farce. Marshall never was your maker. I have no idea how you acquired his blood, but I need it now.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reid. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, I suppose. Probably. Let's pop out of here. I've had my fun in here, but I don't need to be in here any longer. I want to go talk to what's his butt's wife, because we got that from the cards. We got that one bit of information that she's like poisoning him or something. I don't remember quite what the thing was. I'm gonna take a look at it before I go in there, so I am prepared for that conversation. So let's see here. She was crap. Which one was she? Oh, here. Okay. Is deliberately poisoning her husband. Yeah, so I was right. I want to go talk to her, but first I'm gonna talk to him and see if he knows anything about this.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Yeah, we know. Hey, your wife is poisoning you.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
It's for the best.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
No.
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
Right. Clarence's wife is convinced that the war has caused his paranoia. And she, Venus, is convinced that the war is closed. Okay, good. Well, now that we've done that.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
I want to go quickly talk to her and be like, you need to stop. Just stop. Just stop being a big butt head, right? I believe this is the house. I just kind of randomly went to it.
Hello, Venus.
Hello,
Nailed it.
Jonathan. Please come in. Know that you are always welcome here.
Okay. Hi there.
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
I need you to stop. Oh, look at all of these things about Clarence's obsession with vampires. Why do you and Clarence argue so much? Why are you poisoning your husband? Yes.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
I see. I was the best man at your wedding. I have to tell Clarence. I cannot let you kill your husband. Yeah.
I cannot let you kill your husband, Venus. This madness is more insane than his obsession.
What are you going to do? Report me to the police? I did my research too, Dr. Reid. The substance I use is undetectable.
Don't press your luck.
And did you see Clarence's state of mind? What would become of him if left alone?
Okay, let's talk about all these other things real quick.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary,
If I could just
bless
tell her.
soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her?
Yes.
Seriously?
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
I wish I could just be like, yo, stop being a butthead.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
Right.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
Did I ever finish his side mission?
Goodbye for now.
Let's look at that real quick. Oh, right, one more. So we have this one from him. I need to bring the notebook back to him. Actually, I might want to do right now. No, I still need fertile is the belly of the beast, which I don't really know where that is at. And it's not on the map when I track it. So I need to find this thing to resolve their story, essentially. I also need to bring the Braille stuff back to what's his butt and talk to him about his bad antidote that he's created. But I don't think that's going to do much. So what should we do? I think we should head up this way to go give the book back to what's his butt, his journal, and then you know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to look up where this is. I know I've looked it up before, but I'm going to take a quick peek and see where it's at. So where it's at is at Mortimer Goswick's place, which we've been to before, which is in somewhere over here. So we're going to have to get that when we go get this. So I have an option. I probably should head back to the hospital, do that, try to find his thing and turn that in. or get that. So when I come back to the West End, I can give that to what's his butt. And then we can come up here, get the book, and then we can come over there and get that. So I think that's going to be my best foot forward here, is to go this way, is to go get the stuff from the old morgue. And then, wait, why do I have to go to the old morgue to get insulin? Can't I just get insulin from anywhere in the hospital? So we're going to go this way, back the way we just came. We're going to try to find his house. I don't remember which one it is. And I wasn't about to just go look it up because I'm pretty like I have a map of where the collectibles are, rather. And it's just pulled up on my phone. So I could look at that and be like, okay, which one of these is it? And just kind of look around real quick. But it is a little annoying. Are you coming at me? Why don't you relax? There's a couple of them. No, you don't. You stop that. No, don't hit me from behind. No hitty. Find him to kill him. Should kill him. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, he went flying. Ow, stop poking me. I don't think I am that fast. I got no stamina. Alright, come at me. There we go. Isn't gonna finish him, but I can smack him and kill him. Alright, let's collect all your loots. I feel like I've done a good job of, fighting the enemies that I have available to me at the moment. But I need to get out of this XP deficit immediately. And I want to really figure out what's going on. Oh, wait, am I going to have the choice? Ooh, this would be cool. See, this is a cool story beat, right? We've known that we're about to get this cure, whatever this cure may do. Maybe it cures us of vampirism. Are we going to have only one dose? And does that mean that final dose that we're going to have, or that one dose we're going to have, we have to choose whether to use it on us or Lady Ashbury? Because if we use it on us, we could become mortal again and we could go about our lives. If we use it on Lady Ashbury and we continue to love her, she becomes mortal again and can finally, go about her life as normal. But if we continue to love her and she's immortal, eventually she's going to die. That's a tough choice to make. I think that would be a really cool story beat. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but if it does, refer back to this episode where I called it. And let's get our stamina back. So we can finish him. A little bit more. Bam. Okay, done. Okay. Any loots? Or am I still in combat? Give me all the loot. So, crap. Let me consult my map real quick because I'm pretty sure. Okay, there are a couple that I can check out. So there's this area that has been. Well, that was a place that I could go. Can I no longer go there? Therefore, I could no longer get that collectible. That would be pretty crappy. Or wait, no, that wasn't a place. It's back here. Okay, I see. So those, okay, I gotta go to the south. Those collectibles are in, the ones I'm looking at on my map, are in the hospital. And of course,
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Yeah, I need to go towards the drugstore. But, actually, can I go? I can. This is a through traffic area. I can totally walk through to the other side, which is what we're gonna do. Hopefully no skulls or whatever there are. No, okay, we've cleared this area out, relatively. And we need to go out this way. And then we end up on the south end over here. So I need to look around over here. What's this guy fighting? Ooh, they're fighting a big boy. Let's hit him with this. Kill the guy from behind. Oh, big boy, big boy, big boy. I don't really want to fight the big boy. I'm totally okay if they end up are the ones, fighting him. Quarantine. Okay, cool. I I don't really need... That's the safe house. I don't really want to go to the safe house either. I ate it. I ate the rodent.
I'm doing this.
Okay, let's stun him. Hit him with one of these. Pop in there. Try to take out the big boy. Because the big boy's my concern. We've got triple A. Die. Okay, cool. So, they're cleared out. I'm sure it would be easier if I just looked up where the heck his house is, but I am farming a little bit of experience, to be honest. There's all these guys that I really don't want to deal with. Is this little area? So here's the issue, is these collectibles are apparently over here, but probably not. Okay, so I'm going to re-look up his place, because apparently I'm bad at this video game. And I really don't want to fight you guys either. Okay, we're gonna quickly go look this up. It is the safe house. So let's kill these guys for XP. I didn't know it was I think I remember that vaguely, but ow! Stop! Stop it! Stop! Okay. Get my stamina back. Heal myself up a bit. Smack him about a bit. Hit him with one of these and one of these. Still no stamina, no blood either. Fight him. Yes. Yes. Totally worth the hassle for a bit of extra XP. We're slowly closing the deficit. Very, very slowly. So, apparently, this sucker is somewhere in this house. And we shall find it. Is that it? Yes, there we go. Fertile is the belly of the beast. Vampires create their foul progeny with blood. We all know that. Some of us witness the process even. But what is really going on there? Is the only way for a vampire to breed? Let's review what we know so far. When willing to create a progeny, a vampire will not bite, but give its blood to drink. Most of the victims die when bitten, but some of them survive and turn into leeches themselves. This only happens when they have assimilated the vampire blood one way or another. It is not the predator's bite, but its blood that infects the victim, who will turn if he or she survives the suffering of the metamorphosis. That's another good point to bring up. We don't even know if Dr. Swansea is going to survive this. It also seems that a vampire can breed by having intercourse. The vampire mates to produce a child. Sexual intercourse between vampire and human rarely produce any birth, but some of them tried anyway. A vampire gestation is only a few weeks short, and the pain is almost unbearable for the mother. If she is mortal, she will not survive the birth. The vampire comes out of the womb by tearing apart her entrails. Ugh. It's basically like a alien. If the mother is a blood drinker, it will probably survive and regenerate. The newborn vampire will quickly grow and turn into an adult vampire in only a few months. Jeez, from The Adversary by Kendall Stone, founder of the Guard of Power. Brutal. Well, we got that. So now we get to go turn that into him and get that done. But I feel like we should get this first, then go there, then go up here, then go over there. And that is going to be or I could go bam, 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 because I'm going to have to come back towards this place, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, I didn't even have that door unlocked. Lol. Well, at least now we have kind of a breakdown of the loot. A breakdown of the direction that we need to go. I just don't really know if that is going to be the most efficient method forward. But let's go turn this in first. Oh, we get some more enemies. Die, vermin! Fight him because we can. Can we sack him? Okay, before he does his crap, let's lock him down. Let's come over here. Let's beat him. Beat them both, because my weapon is awesome. Alright. Ow, I didn't have any stamina. Ow. Here, stop it. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm really curious, because, well, we've been at this a while, what the result of turning this into him will be. Break all that down. Continue to sprint. I really hope it's not just like, cool, thanks. You helped me. I hope that it has a story beat to it. And then it gives me something. I don't know. I feel like I've been on this quest for so freaking long that if they don't give me something, I'm gonna feel kind of disappointed. Rather disappointed, actually. Oh, he finally put his weapon away. I was wondering why he was hanging out with it. Probably because I was still in combat somehow. I know I ran past those enemies that I've ran past before, but I think they're fighting something else. So who knows? Hello, sir.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Yeah, we know. Here, this is what you wanted.
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
I don't know if that's going to help. Is there a way that I could be like, hey, that's not going to help?
Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence.
I feel like I've done this conversation
Who's going to
before.
believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
You're in pain and need help. I believe you.
Clarence, you've always been a reliable and a good friend to me. If you say you saw a vampire, then I believe you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your trust. You don't know what that means to me.
It's all right. But if you want my help, you have to explain exactly what happened.
The first time it was in Rouen. I saw an officer drink the blood of a soldier. I saw its teeth, saw it bite. It was a vampire, Johnny, and they're here too.
Curious. He saw a vampire killing a victim while he was serving in France. Very curious.
Do you realize you are ruining your family, Clarence? Don't you see the risk here?
Money isn't important. Not important when it is a matter of life and death. That is what my dear Venus cannot understand.
Right.
People will laugh at you, if they don't already. Think about your wife and your position. Think about your future.
I understand my wife's embarrassment, but gossips don't kill, vampires do. There'll be no future if people don't open their eyes.
Right.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but if warning people is that important to you, why not choose a more efficient way to spend your money?
Don't you think I tried? I knocked at every door, went to every bank, I even tried to be published. No, Jonathan. This is a one-man war.
Right, okay, so can I go back and... Is this now a hint? Yeah.
Clarence, tell me about the vampire you saw in France.
I was enjoying my leave in Rouen. I left the bar, took a shortcut back to the barracks. I saw it in a back alley. An officer in a stained uniform, biting into a soldier's neck.
But you were drunk, weren't you? Are you sure these two men were not just kissing?
Please don't insult me, Johnny. I hid, and I saw him leave. Then I saw the body, drained of all blood. I've seen the same marks here in London since I've returned.
Did you ever see that officer again?
No. He wore the uniform of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. I did some research, but found no trace of him. He probably stole it from a previous victim.
Right, okay. I don't think there's much else here that I can talk to him about, but
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
It's nice that we got that quest done, right? We got 520 XP. Bam. Look at that. Investigation succeeded. That feels good. What else do we have left? Investigation-wise. We just have his in this area. We have the Braille notes, which I haven't gotten all of them. But we're pretty close to being done. So let's go get his done real quick by going up and giving him his stupid journal.